Well, long time no see. Yeah, it took about a month, little break. Had some things going on at work. Was actually working like 12-hour days and stuff. Kind of a big project. Pretty much that's behind me. I was even going into the office every day. So yeah, it was kind of big. But anyway, so what's been going on with me? Well, since the last time we all met here to have our coffee and kind of some chuckles and laughs and things like that. The wife and I celebrated another wedding anniversary. We finished up our 27 years together, started our 28th. Uh, uh, the thing about marriage is it's kind of like being on the ocean, right? There's ups, waves. You ride high, then you go down low and up and down, right? But for the most part, when it's all said and done, you just kind of hope it's like a smooth, just like a smooth. And I will say this: I think when you average everything out, I think for the most part, um, the 27 years that the wife and I have been married now, like I say, starting our 28th year, um, has been pretty smooth. We've had highs, we've had lows, but um, you know, but you have to work. You have to work at it, and it's not. Um, I think the biggest thing that I would encourage you guys, if you're thinking about getting married or you've been married or whatever, um, is to um, just not take each other for granted. I think that's probably the biggest thing. It's just don't take each other for granted. Appreciate it. Inexpensive games. You back? Yeah, yeah. I'm back. Like I say, work. Like I was saying, work drugged me away. It kind of as work will do with people sometimes. It work gets in the way. I don't do this for a living. I just do this as a hobby to have fun and what have you. Um, and sometimes, hey Trippy, how you doing? So anyway, um, what else is going on? What else is going on? Well, I don't think anything like really major is going on. Just that I do have quite a bit of stuff to talk about. Things that are going on out there, kind of in the world of the internets. We have an update on the last stream that I did before I had to take my break. Um, I did an interview with a young man by the name of uh, Valient-T, or the Valiant, loosely translated from Spanish to English, the Valiant. He is a young man. Let's see here. Let me find some of my notes here, folks. Give me a second here. So, um, Bryant, of course, is his real name. Um, his stage name, because he's a musical performer, a singer. uh, Bryant had a little run in with law enforcement, and the interview is up on the on the channel. You go check it out. Thank you. It was a good interview. Thank you, Milltown. I appreciate that. Um, I had to really walk back some of the stuff. Um, I had to walk back some of the stuff that I had originally said concerning that story, because I was basing it off of news articles that all stemmed from a about a 2-3 minute news segment coming out of Channel 10 out of Florida. The way that reporter portrayed the situation was not accurate. I'll just put it that way. Not if we take Bryant at his word. At this point in time, I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason to not take him at his word. I haven't seen anything, to contradict that. I do have some updates on that. I have remained in contact with Bryant, and he's even stayed in contact with me. So, but anyway, so let's get into the story here. So, boom. So they've got a new birthstone. It's called the coffee bean. I'm not for sure exactly if it's like assigned to like a special, like a certain month, like say, August, September, October, things like that, or if it's just to a certain type of person. Like if you are a coffee connoisseur and you really want the coffee, or whatever, then maybe this is the thing here. So I don't know. I'm gonna see maybe if I can get this to be my birthstone. Is a coffee bean. So anyway, in case you guys, this is Bryant. This is Valient-T, or the Valiant. Of course, like you can see, he was born with a genetic birth defect. And he is the defect, the genetic defect that whose sign is caffeinated. Exactly, Trippy. Exactly. So as you could tell by looking at his arm here, because I was reading up on the disease, or the it's not a disease. It's a birth defect. It's a chromosomal birth defect, genetics. And what happens is that, of course, the limbs, the exterior arms and legs, are deformed. But not only are they deformed, but they become rigid. Right? They're basically, he can't bend them. He has no movement abilities, whatever, in his hands. He can kind of use. He can use his arm. As you can see here, there's a little joystick. This is his chair. There's a little joystick there he can use. He can control which way he goes, and so forth and what have you. But anyway, I was like I have stayed in communication with this guy via DMs and stuff on Twitter. And I asked him if I could share this and update the crowd. And he said, yes, please do. So, so you can see I reached out to him, and he'll say, yeah. The prosecutor's office, they made an offer for 1 year of incarceration, 4 years of probation, 60 hours of anger management, and 100 hours of community service. They rejected. They were going to reject the offer. They still don't have no body cams or any evidence. He is still, he's still saying he's innocent. And he had a hearing this past Friday. Now, oh shoot, wrong button. There we go. So, I've changed my layout a little bit on my stream deck. But anyway, he had a hearing this past Friday. I reached back out to him, or he reached out to me, whatever, this past Friday evening, and he gave me an update on what was going on. Now, they had seized his passport, which restricted his travel. Um, and he has a tour. Um, because again, like I said, he's a singer. Um, he had a tour, has a tour, and he so he requested that they, or his attorney, I guess, his legal team, requested that his passport be returned to him so that he could meet his contractual obligations as far as this tour. Now I don't know where all he has to go or where he's where his this tour involves. I don't know if it's like out of the country or what have you, that type of thing. Um, anyway, they had their hearing. He messaged me back, and they had their hearing on Friday. He said the hearing went real well. They officially denied the offer, and his next court date is set for that would be September the 6th of 2024. He got his passport back. Um, he said they still haven't. I did ask him in our communications and the DM stuff. I did ask him if his attorney and then were able, because I've tried, I've tried to obtain the body cam footage of this event, and I have not been successful. Um, uh, I feel like I'm not a lawyer, right? But I feel like um, all that stuff will have to be released to his legal team when they start doing the discovery, right? Which should start occurring now, right? So between now and September, as I understand how the court, and all that stuff works, now is the time of discovery where his legal team will file for discovery, and I would any evidence that they're going to be presenting, like body cam footage, things like that, they have to turn over by law. They have to turn it over to his um, lawyers so that they have time to um, look at the evidence, get their own experts, go through things, and so on and so forth. Um, the idea, the thought of here's the thing that just really kind of blows my mind, right? The whole thing stemmed from the law. So just to kind of give a brief synopsis of what happened. Um, Bryant, when he came and told his story on my channel, he had a mother and daughter team that were kind of like, from my understanding, they were basically like they'd come in and do cleaning, and so kind of like housekeepers, right? Um, and the daughter primarily was Monday through Friday, and the mother would come in on the weekends. And I guess something happened in their scheduling to where they had to swap days. And evidently, this was not a single event. I guess this happened a couple of times. And I guess Bryant and his mom were not happy about this, and they had conveyed this in the past about, hey, look, if you're needing to change or whatever schedules, things happen, whatever, that's cool, but just let us know. Just let us know so that we. Now, to you or I, it might not make sense. What does it matter? They both come. What the days changing? What does it matter? I can't answer that. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, to Bryant and his mom, it was a thing. So it's their house, so it's their sandbox, their rules, right? That sort of thing. And so I guess the mother was having some words, and they ultimately just decided to terminate their employment. Um, the housekeepers were not happy about that. They called the police. And that's how the police were dispatched to the house. Um, I'm not for sure what all ensued. There was some conversations, maybe some shouting, even, who knows. But law enforcement decided that they were going to arrest Bryant's mother. This upset Bryant. He then, I guess, got agitated, was confrontational, and this is where the story, I guess, kind of deviates. Law enforcement officers say that he took his wheelchairs, motorized wheelchair, and rammed into them and spit on them. He says that did not happen, 100% did not happen. They, I guess, in the scuffle trying to arrest his mother or whatever, I guess stumbled into his chair or whatever. He does say that he has acid reflux, which causes a excessive amount of saliva to be produced, and so to deal with this, he spits the excess saliva out, and so that's what happened. But he did not spit on law enforcement officers. This is where the body cam footage would really come in handy, because it's either going to show that Bryant is telling the story accurately, or possibly in the heat of things or whatever, he's misremembering what happened, or possibly even flat out just not telling the truth about the situation. Either way, whatever the scenario is, the body cam footage will reveal this. Now, I've asked Bryant, Valien-T rather, to, if his legal team is okay with it, once they procure the body cam footage. I don't want to do anything to jeopardize this case. I don't want to put anything at risk. But if I could, if we could get that, if I can get it, definitely we'll go over it. We'll update even another update, and we'll show the body cam footage. And we'll go from there. But as it stands right now, he is out on his own recognizance. They have returned his passport, and he's able to fulfill his contractual obligations as far as the tour he's on. But just kind of going back and touching, what I can't understand is this young man Bryant is he's a quadriplegic by the classification that he falls under. He's a quadriplegic. He's not able to take care of himself, as far as he can't feed himself, right? He can't bathe himself. He can't take care of his needs as far as bathroom functions, that sort of thing. He has a assistant, a caretaker, that does these things for him, right? He's completely dependent upon a caretaker and his mother to do these things for him, right? So I'm really curious, is incarcerating this guy for a year. We're talking about a year, either in prison or jail, right? So does that mean like his caretaker would have to be incarcerated for a year as well? Is the Florida, because this happened in Miami-Dade, Florida. So does that mean that the the jail system, the penal system there in Florida, are they going to provide him a a caretaker? It's really puzzling to me when you have a person that's, and make no qualms about it. If and I'm saying if the footage comes out and he actually did ram the police officers, did spit on them that time, like there definitely needs to be some repercussions should be repercussions for his actions, right? I mean, you cannot commit a well, you just can't do that to law enforcement officers or anybody, right? Um, but I think a year of incarceration is just, man, I think it's a bit much. I think it's a bit much. The anger management, I'm fine with. Maybe even having where he pays a hefty fine. I'm okay with that too. Community service, okay. I mean, if I don't know right off the top of my head what kind of community service that a guy who's a quadriplegic in a wheelchair could do, um, but sure, let's do some I mean, let's do some community service. But incarceration for a year when he's not able to meet his basic necessities by himself, he has to have a caretaker. I don't know. I think that's a little bit. I think that's a little bit much. But yeah, what do I know, right? I don't know anything if you ask most people. But anyway, so that's pretty much the update. That's pretty much the update on Bryant, Valien-T, the Valiant. Like I say, he is out on tour. I haven't seen. I looked, but I didn't. I couldn't find anything with like tour date information. I looked at his Instagram. I looked at his Twitter. I looked at his socials. I guess would be the easiest way to put that. I've looked at his socials, and I haven't seen anything out there about this tour date. I don't know if you're watching this, Bryant, but um, dude, start using your socials to, so that if people, if you're going to be around, maybe some of the viewers or whatever, they could come by and catch your shows if that's something they would like to do. I would be more than glad to show it, but like I say, I couldn't find anything out there, but there again, I may not know exactly where to be looking to, so I mean that just may be on me. But anyway, Victor Burns, Mr. SPW Tactics, yeah, you know, yeah, I'm pretty much done with that. So I'll talk about this for a second. So Victor Burns has been doing this thing in, I don't know if it's like it's WWE, but I don't know what version. If it's like 2020, 2024, I don't know what version. Anyway, he's been doing this thing where he has got different people that are, quote, I guess Spurgs commentary community, Spurgs, whatever. And he's modeled them up within this wrestling program. And he's done this whole series, and he's doing where it's like computerized matches. I don't think he's actually playing the characters. I could be mistaken on that. But anyway, it's kind of been, I've watched a few of them. And it's kind of been fun or whatever. Watching some of these things and what have you. I think it's a very novel, I think it's a good idea. I think it's very entertaining. So if you guys are like wrestling you guys like the wrestling, if you like that type of thing or whatever, he and I think he does a pretty good job doing color commentary and stuff. So anyway, go check that out over on Victor's channel. All right. So a couple of things I want to talk about. Not too long ago, I made some comments about the Lawcow podcast. It kind of had some back and forth with Keem about it. And I just wanted to say this latest editor that they've hired. I don't know. Let's see. Do they have his information? Okay, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't think I'm looking at this. I don't see. Anyway, this latest editor that they've hired. I don't know what the person's name is. I'm looking here. Let me just bring this up here. I'm looking here in the description. Um, and don't I don't see I don't see the person's name unless it's this Pollard Census. I don't know, but anyway, um, they're doing a bang up job. Um, Now, Connor was doing a great job, but that kind of went asunder, right? But this guy, or this, I say this guy, this person, whoever's doing it, I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about this person. Um, is, in my opinion, which is not, you know, worth a whole lot, but I think has been doing, and in my opinion, I think it's probably the best editor um, that the show has had to date. Period. Now, that's not, I'm not taking away anything from Connor. I think Connor did a great job. Um, I think Connor kind of knew the lore of all the people involved, and I think that was great. Like I say, I don't know anything about this guy, but just for example, if we take and look at this, watch this intro that he did. This is on the most recent one that they did, and this is the one where they had Boogie's brother come on and discuss. And it's a great podcast, by the way. It's not what we traditionally, I guess, have come to expect from the Law Cow podcast, but I think it's probably, as far as like an actual like interview style, like they've done with other people, and this and Boogie's brother is not a content creator, right? He's a very accomplished man. He is an author. He's a anyway. He has a lot of credentials. I don't want to mess up, but um, just check out this intro to the video.
Now she does it like this, will you do it like that? Now she does it like this, will you touch her right back? Now she moves like this, will you move it like that? Come on, shake, 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 shake it.
You're a fat pussy.
Shake, 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 shake it. Shake, 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 shake it. Shake, 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 shake it. Shake, 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 shake it.
What's up?
And I don't know. Maybe, like I say, maybe it's just me. Maybe you guys don't like it. I don't know. But I thought that intro was probably one of the better intros that the show has had to date. Like I said, I don't know anything about the editor. I don't know their name or anything like that. But I'll say this: I think if everything continues to work out between this person and the cast over there, I think this is good. I think it's a good deal. I've thoroughly enjoyed the last several episodes of Law Cow. And so, good job. Keep up the great work. Kind of staying on the same, I guess, a little bit of thread there, whatever. July the 7th, 2019, there was a episode of Baited put out. It was the last episode that Baited put out, and it was a reunion of sorts. Keem, Colossal, and Tommy. And they reunited for one reason only, was because of I'm Alex. Now, I'm Alex, if you guys have been following Twitter, has been involved in a huge, just complete and total, just mess, right? It's a complete total mess. I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to get into it. There's too much. There's other people out there that are doing a far better job of covering it than me. I'm not going to get into it. It's just, there's too much. And this show, that's not what this, I don't have enough time, because we're, to go through all the stuff and to go through the Google Docs have been put out and all the video clips that have been released and all the stuff that's out there. You're talking about hours, and I just don't have it. Go check out these other streams that are covering it, right? But the reason why I'm bringing up this baited, right, is because the guys came back together again, Colossal, Tommy, and Keem, and they recorded an episode yesterday, right? Another episode of Baited. They've come back together. I don't know. Tommy talked about it a little bit last night on Law Cow. Did a live stream last night, and I was able to catch part of it. And Tommy said that this one was a lot better than the previous Baited that was put out about I'm Alex, the last one that show ever released. He said he thought a lot of it was because that he and Keem were in a little bit better place as far as their friendship. I think was the word he used. Anyway. He was very happy. He said it is. He said that the recording has been done. It is currently being edited, and I think he said it should be up. Like I think he said Thursday or Friday of this week. So we're talking about tomorrow, the day after. The new Baited should be up. I don't know if that actually means anything about. Will there be like a continued Baited podcast with Keem and Tommy and Clown? I don't think that's what I don't even want to speculate. I don't know. I would just say encourage people to take this, enjoy it for what it is, and if there's something that stems from this and more shows come, then enjoy those as well, because you just never know. And this is, of course, thanks to Alex, Kess. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just say this. My thoughts on the whole I'm Alex situation. I don't know if the guy. I'll just say this: the video clips that I've seen make it look really horrific. His actions and behavior, horrific. And I'll say, if they are not clipped out of context, but they're an actual depiction of what was going on, and based upon his history and how he falsely accused other people in the past, like Slazzo, and was fine with it. All I can say is, as they say here in the South, the chickens have come home to roost. And, there you go. There you go. What else? Okay. So I know that some of you guys, like myself, are connoisseurs of marijuana. I use it for my arthritis. Just occasionally. I'm not a daily consumer of it. But anyway, I came across this video, and I just found it to be quite amusing.
Inside, sit down on the couch, get yourself some cereal, some donuts, something, relax.
The munchies?
And put on some cartoons or a movie and just lay there and relax, because you don't want to spend your time in the hospital right now tonight. To be honest with you.
Oh, I'm dying.
It's weed. You're not gonna die. It's not like there's meth or crack or anything like that. You'll be all right. I promise you.
So the young man here, I guess, did some edibles, right? And the edibles were kicking in. And anyway, he called the paramedics, right? Called the paramedics because he didn't want to die. And then they're like, "No, man, you're cool. Just go get you some Funyuns or something, man, some Cheetos, and just chill out, watch some television, cartoons or something. It's all gonna be all right. It's all gonna be just fine." Um. So this is kind of an older tweet. And I kind of I don't know. Anyway, we'll just go through this. We'll just do this. Okay, so I came across this tweet, and this is from Kachiro Harada. I know I'm not probably saying that name right. But he said his bio says he's a game director, chief producer of the action fighting games. Have worked on Tekken for the past 30 years. General manager of the BNS Original IP Games project. He's got 323,000, almost 324,000 followers. But anyway, they put out a tweet says, "I've already received tons of information from everyone about this store before, but let me ask one question from a different angle this time. Why do fights like this between wait staff and customers happen so often in the restaurant? I've never seen plates and chairs flying around like this, especially in Japan, and the compensation is not customer versus customer, but customer versus waiter. I don't think it's simply because it's open 24 hours and there are many drunks. What kind of culture is this? There's something you can't grasp just by taking over 70 business trips to the U.S. I need to learn more about American society." What he is referencing to is, of course, one of our favorite places to talk about here, right? Which is, hang on, let me get this off. Okay. Waffle House, right? This is a typical Waffle House brawl fight, right? We can see here, they're hollering at each other, and they're hollering about, of course, someone's trying to get the food, and of course we've got, they're throwing plates at each other. It's chaos, right? Now, so, typical Waffle House type that we've watched, countless times on this channel. But he asked a question. And coming from another culture, right? Coming from another culture, like, say from, in this case, I think it's Japan. He's asking why they don't understand, because it's not something that they deal with, right? In their country, they don't see things like this. How as Americans, how do we explain something like this? And I think that's a great question. What kind of culture is this? And I was like, I think looking at a Waffle House fight video and trying to understand the culture, I think is, and I don't mean to be disrespectful or dismissive of this guy's question, but I think you're looking too deep at it. It is because people are because the place is open 24 hours, and typically you have people who are coming in from a night of excesses, right? They've either excessively drank or they have excessively used other types of substances, and they are in an altered state. And I know Waffle House has a reputation, but it's not just Waffle House that this happens. I'm sure we've all seen videos where it's been, Burger Kings or McDonald's or Taco Bell's or any fast food really type establishment. And I don't know if necessarily if we would classify Waffle House as, quote, a fast food establishment, but I think it's adjacent to a fast food type environment. But I think it really is it just kind of is a deal where we Americans, far too many times, we kind of have a very entitled attitude and mindset, and we believe that we are always right, when more times than not we're not right. And I think that that's what it all kind of stems from. And then you add in there where they've been out drinking, or they've done other types of substances, and I think it expands it or highlights it, and boom, there you go. Me, I watch them. I laugh at people being stupid. I think it gets a little bit crazy sometimes, but then we get great memes and stuff about what was that waitress's name? You know, where they flung the chair and she caught it and did like the Waffle House kung fu with it and spun it around, what have you. We've gotten a lot of memes and stuff from it. So, it's, and I think just saying it, it's just an American thing. Maybe it is a little bit dismissive. I don't know, but, unfortunately, I think at this point in time, we just got to say it is just kind of what it is. So, anyway, question. How can you tell when it's a Friday afternoon and it's quitting time? Yes. This is how you tell it's 5 o'clock and it's quitting time on a Friday afternoon right here. Okay. That truck driver, give a damn, is busted. He just doesn't care anymore. Or she, I'm not sure who's behind the wheel. The driver just doesn't give a damn anymore. They're done. They're absolutely 100% done. They're no more. They've had it. It's Friday. It's quitting time, and they're just done with it. So, anyway, what we got here? This one here. This is a compilation of, it's okay. I'm sure you guys have like local auto dealers, ships and things like that, where they'll do like little wacky ads, and maybe they'll do some feeds on social media and that type of thing. But anyway, this is kind of a compilation of some of the shorts. I think they're like TikToks and stuff. But anyway, this salesperson for this auto dealership is next level.
Feels so nice when you and I are working on the night shift.
Bro, Grinder is rocking these days. Working on the night. Anyway, hey, we got a 25 Ram 1500 SST. Come get it.
Y'all want to know who I date, who I go with?
Nope, but I think you think you're black. Hey, we got a 25 SST Ram truck. Come holla.
I want to suck me too. I want to suck me too.
My baby mama's grandma's got a fatter ass than you. You should take that thing and just go park it somewhere else. Hey, we got a 24 Jeep Gladiator that just came in. Virginia, come holla.
God.
So I'm about to get railed by two guys, which is something I do quite often, if I'm honest with myself.
At least you don't lie to yourself. Ride that train straight to Andy Elliott's house. Fuck you, Patrick. Hey, we got a 23 Dodge Scat Pack that... God, you're so gross. Come holla.
I don't know who Patrick is. I don't know who Patrick is, but he's like, fuck you, Patrick.
As a woman that identifies as straight, it's really important that I'm doing my part during Pride as an ally. So this month I will be eating out 4 pussies.
I gotta say, this guy, I don't know anything about him, but it just cracked me up. Oh God, it just kind of cracked me up. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of. I think I've got a couple more, but they're sad. Kind of a little bit of sad, tear jerky, heart, something. And I don't feel like I'm going to do them today. I may do them later in the week or something. Anyway, that's pretty much it. If anybody wants to call in, go ahead and hop in the waiting to call. And I'll be glad to chat with you. We can have a conversation, talk about, if there's anything on your mind that you want to have a conversation about, we can do it 100%. And if not, if nobody don't hop in, then I'm going to probably call it a day. I don't believe there's anybody. Let's see, is there anybody out there? I don't think anybody is up this hour of the morning besides me. Because I'm an idiot, whatever. Let's see here. I don't think there's anybody out there. Doesn't look like. Okay. Anyway, so I guess I'll just call it a day then. Listen, make sure that you guys are watching, supporting creators that you like. If you don't mind, and you're feeling generous, I'd appreciate a subscription myself. Smack the like button, all that kind of fun stuff. Share out the stream or the video for people to take a look at. My schedule is I'm going to start trying to do 3 or 4 days a week, doing streams. We'll see how it goes, as far as stories and things like that. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the baited video that should be coming out Thursday or Friday. I think it'll be entertaining. Like I say, if you guys if you've taken a break or whatever, if you guys have taken whatever from LawCal, go back and give it another, especially the last couple of videos that they put out. Like I said, the one that they did with Boogie's brother, which is the most recent one, is really good. I really enjoyed it. They talk about a lot of really interesting things, and I think there's always been some deals where some people have maybe been very skeptical of some of the stories and stuff that Boogie has told over the years concerning his childhood and his upbringing. And Boogie's brother, who is a doctor, by the way, he corrected some stuff, but all in all, confirmed everything that that Boogie had been saying. And it was horrible. It was a horrible what they had to go through, what they had to live through. So anyway, and on that note, like I say, if you kind of quit because you kind of whatever because of the turmoil and there were some some of the episodes were a little bit, whatever. This, like I said, this new editor they've got is doing really well. I think, at least that's my feelings or opinion. I think they're doing really well. And like I said, I really enjoyed the last couple of shows that they've put out. I think they've been very well. So like I say, maybe give them another shot if you kind of have fallen out with them. So I'm kind of glad I did. So anyway, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. Remember, guys, keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.